So maybe we get to test this in 4-wheel drive today. Everything wants to cooperate. Maybe I can climb this. If you watched yesterday's video, you saw basically had the front end not want to cooperate anywhere. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's a good little test spot here. Can hear some kind of machine working over here. Let's see what's going on. It was fun yesterday playing in 2-wheel drive. You can do almost the same thing in 4-wheel drive. See? With that lock difference. Big difference. A beautiful day out. Look at all the little mushrooms. Holy crap. I've never seen anything like that. That's how much rain we've been getting. Like every day. Wet, wet, wet. Everything's turning into mushrooms and fungus and mold. Four-wheel drive, just as good as 2-wheel drive, don't it? Here's the mark from yesterday. It's taking it right down. Another spot, another spot. Not good, stripping all the gravel off. Yeah. Probably the steepest spot right here. Oh, well, that didn't sound good, guys. Just lose the drive shaft. Hopefully that's all it is. Oh, no. Yeah, just lost the front drive shaft. Man, Just one thing after the next. Great. I don't even know if I can drive it back. Just non-stop luck this week. Back on the bench. The thing that sucks is I bought this Revo drive shaft that's on the other side. And then I sold, what was it? Well, it must have been when I sold my Summit. I put all those Traxxas parts together that I had and sent that with that, forgetting that I had saved one of them for this truck. So I don't actually have a spare when I should. That sucks. Luckily, they probably have them in stock at the hobby shop, and they're probably not that expensive. And I might actually even have the cash, but I don't want to go there. I'm broke. Well, we'll have to figure something out, because that's not acceptable. Go back to rear wheel drive or something. It's like I'm cursed this week. No matter what I do, I just can't get any relief. Do you guys have weeks like that where nothing goes right? Everything's shooting you in the foot? Why isn't this coming off? There we go. Garbage. I wondered. In my box. What do we got here? Oh, and the other broken one. See? Break in the same spot. They're twins now. They were so thin there. And then boing. The good thing is when you throw one of these away, you get a whole bunch of set screws. 1, 2, 3. Great. Anyways, we can go play in two-wheel drive again. Might as well instead of quitting. Don't quit, just continue. And with the lock diff, this thing's actually quite capable in two-wheel drive. As long as you don't try and take it through the bush. Time to get mowing. I gotta get this all done today. Figured I'd come up, make you guys a quick video, and then get to work. So I was trying to do yesterday, but I got called to the city. In two-wheel drive, this thing just wants to turn right. In four-wheel drive, it would go straight. That's why I can see the difference right now. Yesterday, it was just steering right, and it's doing it again. What's funny to me is how little I've broken this truck since I've owned it and how much I've driven it. And then since trying to make videos for you guys, how many times it's broken. It's actually shocked me. It's like this horrible luck. See, that's the bad thing about lock diff. See the way it rolls like that? That's just a bad crash because it's going to snap the front wheel right off. Normally, if it started doing that, the back wheel would pick up on one side and lose all the power. Right? It's funny to me how one of the last things I mentioned in my repair video last night, or whatever, is if the drive shaft doesn't hold, then I'll replace it with the Revo one. So what do I get today? Drive shaft doesn't hold, so now I have to replace it to the Revo one. See, it's like I know the immediate thing that's going to break next, and it happens within minutes of running. That's why this little thing is so deceiving. The grass grows up behind it, makes it look like it's level in there, but it's definitely not. The corner's sticking up there that is an RC killer. Look at that. Just destroy your car. More and more I'm starting to think I should just fill all this thing in and make it a hill, because I'm sick of breaking parts on it. Locking this rear diff has sure made this thing turn a lot less sharp. And if I lock the front ones too, man, it's not even gonna turn. It's just gonna go straight no matter which way you point the wheels. So I have a question for you guys who watch these long videos, who are my actual supporters, not these. The shorts doesn't do anything for anybody, really. Except YouTube. But do you guys like seeing the Tamiya models? Do you like seeing rare models? What other models would you like to see on the channel? Because I was looking and thinking back to the early days when I was a kid. My very first RC was the Lunchbox. Absolutely loved that thing, except that it wasn't four-wheel drive. But it was such a fun truck to drive. And then I had the Blackfoot, the original one. Again, it wasn't four-wheel drive, but it was a much more expensive vehicle. But the original Blackfoot you can't get anymore, but I do see that they make the original Monster Beetle still. Kit form, $269 or something. So you gotta build it. And when I had the Blackfoot, there were several things I loved about the Monster Beetle. I loved the chrome wheels, the gold chrome, and I loved the spiky. They're the same tires, they just had spikes on them where the Blackfoot didn't. And of course, when you bought those models back in those days, they came with the friction type shocks, not the oil filled ones, and the oil ones were an upgrade. Well, nowadays they just come with the oil ones. So that's pretty cool. So I was thinking to myself, how cool would it be to go back and buy a few of them old models? I'm not a big Beetle fan, but the Monster Beetle is such a cool looking truck, man. And they perform great. Like, it was fast. That black boot was fast when I had it all hopped up. Well, that got me thinking back to another truck I wanted back in those days that I never did get. My cousin ended up buying one, so it was cool. So I still got to see it and play with it and so on. But who even remembers these days, or even knows of or heard about one of the original RC monster trucks? The Big Bear. Was it Maui or however you say that name? Big Bear. I think that was like the first monster truck you could buy, RC. Same thing, it was dual drive. I was turning full left there, just going straight. Truck's trying to pull to the right, you pull left, so it just goes straight, evens it out. You ain't going anywhere left, unless you bring in the rear stand. Get that. Well, it's time to get mowing. I guess I gotta find a Revo friggin' drive shaft now. Damn truck, you just don't stop, do you? Until next time, have a good one. Okay guys, so as you can see, it's a little bit long, and there's this on the end. So what you want to do is rip this little boot off of here. You can try and get it off nicely, but it probably won't come. They glue them on real good. So you just pull it off. Don't need it. Anyways, you're going to cut this down anyway, so you don't even need to trim that off to clean it up. But what you want to do is cut off like 1 inch of this. And then it just goes back together. And then here, you punch that pin out, pull this shaft out, stick it on here, and put the pin back in. Then maybe put a little glue or shrink tube or something around the outside edge just to keep that from ever coming out. Then use the screw on the other end back here. It's not hard at all. It takes a few minutes. All you need is a knife, give it a mark. Oh, it just comes out easy. I was going to have to push and it just popped right out. No problem. Yeah, look at that. Looks a lot like the one on here, doesn't it? That goes on like that. Put the pin back in. But I can tell it's rubbing right here already. This one on this side doesn't rub. Here, this sticks out just another little bit. But it's so little. I can probably get the pin in regardless and it'll just rub just slightly. But technically I could just drill this hole, move it over a little bit, stick the drill bit in and move it closer to this edge, and then that'll give it space. You can see literally right through that hole. I say try it. Better get this end on first though. Should have made that just a little shorter. Oh, got it. There we go. I'll give it a little bit of a squeeze. I didn't feel it rubbing though. Definitely rubbing. But And dribble a little Loctite in there. I just want to turn the truck on and grab my knife and just like a lathe, just shave it down. Let's do it. Oh, get out of there. Can't grab it. Well, that worked rather good. It's good now. I don't mind that at all. Perfect. That's hard to say if that opened the transmission. I can't see. I hope not. That was not the goal. Only it just melted the plastic and bumped it out of the way a little bit. But we can take this out and test it. Quick test. Battery's still dead. It did rain a little bit while I went to the hobby shop, so the grass is a little moist. Tires are already soaked. Four-wheel drive. Anyways, it appears to be working for now. Finally. An absolute nightmare this has been. Every time I try to drive, the next thing breaks. Hopefully that's good for a little while. Oh my God. I'll call that a success. $16 repair today. But I think it's going to be good for a while now. There's nothing to break. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, now you done it.
Intercept and destroy. Intercept and destroy.